Sixth question, if 1, 2, 4, y, x, 6 and 3, 5 are vertices of a parallelogram taken in order, find x and y. So these are the four vertices of a parallelogram taken in order. We have to find the x and y. So here is a parallelogram. Vertices A 1, 2, B 4, y, C x, 6 and D 3, 5. Taken in order means we'll take in order. We can't take A here and B here. 1, 2 here and 4, y here, x, 6 here and 3, 5 here. And we have to find the value of x and y. What we will do? We know that in a parallelogram, the diagonals bisect each other. That is, at this point where they are meeting, they are intersecting, this is the point which bisects. That is, it will divide AC also in two equal halves and BD also in two equal halves. So what we will do, once we will find the midpoint of AC, then we will find midpoint of BD. That midpoint should be equal. In both the cases, we will find the midpoint that should be equal, and then we will equate the coordinates. So for that we will use the midpoint formula. It is a special case of section formula. Midpoint formula is special case of the section formula. The section formula is m1 x2 plus m2 x1 by 2 by m1 plus m2, comma m1 y2 plus m2 y1 by m1 plus m2. Now when it is a midpoint, the ratio will be 1:1. So m and n value will be 1:1. So midpoint formula is m1 and m2 is 1. It means it will be just x1 plus x2 by 2, comma y1 plus y2 by 2. y2 because m1 is 1, m2 is 1. So 1 plus 1, it will be 2 in the denominator. Okay. So let's use the midpoint formula and find the midpoint using the 2. So midpoint of AC. Midpoint of AC will be x1 plus x2, 1 plus x by 2, comma 2 plus 6 by 2. 1 plus x by 2 stays as it is. 2 plus 6 is 8. 8 by 2 is 4. Now find the midpoint of BD. It will be x1 plus x2, that is 4 plus 3 by 2, comma y plus 5 by 2. So it will be 4 plus 3 is 7. So 7 by 2, comma y plus 5 by 2 stays as it is. Now both the midpoints are nothing but the coordinates of the same point. It means 1 plus x by 2, comma 4 should be equal to 7 by 2, comma y plus 5 by 2. So first let's equate the x coordinates. So 1 plus x by 2 should be equal to 7 by 2. 2 and 2 gets cancelled. 1 plus x is equal to 7. When you take 1 to the right side, it will become negative. So x is equal to 7 minus 1, which is 6. In the same way, equate the y coordinates. So y plus 5 by 2 should be equal to 4. It means y plus 5 is equal to 2 gets multiplied. So it will be 8 and 5 changes to minus 5. So y is equal to 8 minus 5, which is 3. So x is 6 and y is 3. So what we did, we find the midpoints of both the lines, both the diagonals, and it should be equal. We equated the x and y coordinates and we found that x is 6 and y is 3. Seventh question, find the coordinates of a point A where AB is the diameter of a circle whose center is 2, minus 3 and point B is 1, 4. That is, there is a circle whose center is 2, minus 3 and point B is 1, 4, and we have to find the coordinates of point A such that AB is the diameter. So let us assume that the coordinates of point A are x and y, and we know that if AB is the diameter, then center O will be the midpoint of AB. So we will use the midpoint formula. Midpoint formula is it is a special case of section formula. When the ratio becomes 1:1, the midpoint formula is x1 plus x2 by 2, that is sum of x coordinates divided by 2, sum of y coordinates y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So we'll apply the midpoint formula. Midpoint they have already given, that is 2, minus 3 should be equal to x1 plus x2, that is x plus 1 by 2. Now y1 plus y2, that is y plus 4 divided by 2. Now we will just equate the coordinates. So x coordinates, that is x plus 1 by 2 should be equal to 2, and y plus 4 by 2 should be equal to minus 3. Take 2 to that side. So it will be x plus 1 is equal to 2 into 2, which is 4, and 1 gets subtracted. So x is equal to 3. Now here 2 gets multiplied. So y plus 4 equals to minus 3 into 2 is minus 6, and this will be minus 4 on the right side. So it will be minus 6 minus 4, which is minus 10. So we get x as 3 and y as minus 10. It means coordinates of A, that is x, y, is equal to 3, minus 10. Eighth question. If A and B are minus 2, minus 2 and 2, minus 4 respectively, A is minus 2, minus 2 and B is 2, minus 4. Find the coordinates of P such that AP equals 3 by 7 of AB and P lies on the line segment AB. That is, there is a line segment AB whose endpoints are A and B. So A and B, A is minus 2, minus 2, B is 2, minus 4, and there is a point P which lies on line segment AB. So let's say this is point P, such that AP is equal to 3 by 7 of AB. That is, AP is 3 by 7 of AB. It means if AB total is 7, then AP is third part of it. It means PB, the remaining will be fourth part of AB. So the ratio comes out to be 3:4. Why? Because they are saying that AP is 3 by 7 of AB. So 3 by 7 means third part of 7th. So if total AB is 7, then AP is its third part, and then PB will be remaining, that is fourth part. So the ratio comes out to be 3:4. Now we have the ratio and we have to find the coordinates of P. So we'll use the section formula. M1x2 plus M2x1 by M1 plus M2, M1y2 plus M2y1 by M1 plus M2. So the coordinates of P, let's say the coordinates of P are x, y. So x, y will be equal to M1 and M2 are 3 and 4. So 3 into plus 4 into by 3 plus 4 comma 3 into plus 4 into by 3 plus 4. I like it writing this way because in this way you will not get confused. Just write it this way and then substitute the values of x1, x2 and y1, y2. So x2 is 2, x1 is minus 2, y2 is minus 4 and y1 is minus 2. So this comes out to be 6 minus 8 by 7 comma minus 12 minus 8 by 7. So here we get minus 2 by 7 comma minus 20 by 7. So these are the coordinates of point P such that AP is 3 by 7 of AB. Ninth question. Find the coordinates of the points which divide the line segment joining point A minus 2 comma 2 and point B 2 comma 8 into 4 equal parts. It means there is a line segment AB. AB is a line segment and points are A and B. So this is A. Coordinates are minus 2 comma 2. This is B. Coordinates are 2 comma 8. So two more points are there. We have to find the coordinates of points such that it is divided into 4 equal parts. It means 2 more points will be there. 3 more points will be there. 1, 2, 3. So we can take it as P1, P2 and P3. So this will be the first part, this second, this third and this fourth. So to divide it into 4 equal parts, we will need 3 points. So let those 3 points are P1, P2 and P3 and the coordinates are x1, y1, x2, y2 and x3, y3. Now we have to find the coordinates of these 3 points. So first of all, we will be able to find the coordinates of P2 because this P2 will be the midpoint of AB. That is, first we will divide it into 2 equal halves and then we will divide those 2 halves into 2 equal halves. That is, first we will find the midpoint of AB. So the coordinates of P2, that is x2 comma y2 will be, we will use the midpoint formula. That is x1 midpoint formula. I will write it here. Midpoint formula is x1 plus x2 by 2 comma y1 plus y2 by 2. So x1 plus x2 means minus 2 plus 2 by 2 comma y1 plus y2 means 2 plus 8 by 2. This comes out to be minus 2 plus 2 is 0, 0 by 2 is 0 and 2 plus 8 is 10 and 10 by 2 is 5. So this comes out to be 0 comma 5. Now to find the coordinates of P1, we will find the midpoint of A and P2. So coordinates of P1, that is x1 comma y1 will be equal to, again we will use the midpoint formula. So minus 2 plus 0 by 2 comma 2 plus 5 by 2. So it will be minus 2 by 2 is minus 1 and 2 plus 5 is 7. So 7 by 2. Now to find the coordinates of P3, that is x3 comma y3, we will again use the midpoint formula to find the midpoint of P2B, that is 0 comma 5 and 2 comma 8. So again the midpoint formula. So 0 plus 2 by 2 comma 5 plus 8 by 2, which comes out to be 2 by 2 is 1 and 5 plus 8 is 13. So 13 by 2. So the points which will divide this line segment into 4 equal parts are 0, 5, minus 1, 7 by 2 and 1, 13 by 2. 10th question. Find the area of a rhombus if its vertices are 3, 0, 4, 5, minus 1, 4 and minus 2, minus 1 taken in order, and hint is also given that area of a rhombus is equal to half into product of its diagonals. That is, they have given a rhombus, let's say this is point A, which is 3, 0. This is point B, which is 4, 5. This is point C, which is minus 1, 4. And this is point D, minus 2, minus 1. And we have to find the area of this rhombus. And hint is given that area of rhombus is equal to half into product of diagonals. That is, diagonals will be AC and BD. It means we can find the length of the diagonals AC and BD and put it in the formula, and that will be the area. So to find the length of AC and BD, we will use the distance formula. So AC is equal to square root x2 minus x1, that is A is 3, 0, C is minus 1, 4. So x2 is minus 1. So minus 1 minus 3 whole square plus y2 minus y1, that is 4 minus 0. So 4 minus 0 whole square, it comes out to be minus 1, minus 3 is minus 4 and minus 4 square is 16 plus 4 square is 16. So it will be square root 32, which can be written as 4 square root 2. So 4 square root 2 units. AC is 4 square root 2 units. Now we have to find BD. So BD, the vertices of B are, the coordinates of B are 4, 5 and D minus 2, minus 1. So again x2 minus x1, that is minus 2 minus 4 whole square plus minus 1 minus 5 whole square. So we will get minus 2 minus 4 is minus 6 whole square is 36. Minus 1 minus 5 is minus 6 and minus 6 whole square is 36. So we get square root of 72, which can be simplified to 6 square root 2 units. Now the length of diagonals we have found out, that is, one is 4 square root 2 and another is 6 square root 2. So we'll use the hint, that is area of rhombus is equal to half into product of its diagonals. It means 4 square root 2 multiplied by 6 square root 2. So we get the answer as 24 square units. So the final answer is 24 square units.